Time is approaching 22 minutes after 10 o'clock. You're watching Today on ANCA. The battered economy could lead to an increase in forced sales of properties. That's according to property economist Erwin Rode. He says this even though residential properties in the 1 to 3 million rand price range were snapped up after estate agents were first allowed to operate again. Rode is joining us now from Cape Town. Mr. Rode, good morning. Thank you very much for your time. I guess it's two-way thing here. There's two sides to this. On the one hand, you are having good sales in a particular range of 1 to 3 million rand, but going ahead, you are anticipating forced sales. It's like a bittersweet space to be in.
Yeah. If I may, I would like to make the point, first of all, that there's a difference between the number of sales and prices. When you speak to estate agents, they typically think of the number of sales because that's how they earn their commission. It seems that surprisingly house prices have rebounded a little bit, but the operative word is a little bit. What I'm more concerned about is that property is a long-term investment, and it's all about the economy is stupid. As we all know, a famous president in America said in his campaign many years ago. South Africa's economy on the medium term, or in the medium term, over the next 5 years or so, we are looking at huge adjustments that will have to be made in our standards of living, which is the fancy word for we will have to become much more austerity will be the watchword over the next few years, because we are over-indebted as a country, as consumers we are over-indebted. We've got electricity problems, as you know. We've got SOEs that are indeed problems. The problems just go on and on and on. And the day of reckoning is coming towards us. And when consumers are under pressure, because they're losing jobs, or because of salary cuts and things like that, or because there's no growth in the economy, so no new jobs are being created, guess what? Property is going to suffer.
Yeah, Mr. Rode, unfortunately, your sound, the mic there that you're using is not playing ball with us. We keep on having a bit of a distortion, but I'm going to try one more question to you, although my technical director, Oyama Jieto, is telling me that it's not really great. Let's just try once more. A forced sale will result in what? Will it result with many people of a particular range of properties, like above 3 million rand, selling because they are forced to do so because of the levels of indebtedness, and then they might be forced to sell at lower prices? What would a forced sale look like, very briefly?
Well, normally a forced sale means only one thing, and this is that the price, all other things being equal, the price comes down. Not so. Where banks have been granting 100% mortgage bonds to the lower income groupings especially, the banks could be in huge trouble should the house prices actually come down, if only by 10%, because that's the worst we've ever had in South Africa in some very bad recessions, is house prices coming down by 10%. So that should that happen again, and you have on the lower end of the market, you have people with 100% bonds, if not more than 100%, you could imagine. It's not just a problem with the consumer who owns the house, but it's also a problem for the banks.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Erwin Rode there. Okay.